Me importa una lo que piensa el grupo de gente ahí. Me importa una para el diablo después de ahí.
Yohan said, forget every single one of you. Yohan tells the cast to go to hell after they accuse him of scamming Danielle. That rhymes.
That's a bar.
Entonces sí parece que a una cierta forma la utilizaste.
So, in my opinion, this is past cheating. This is scamming.
He's not only a scammer, but he's a liar also. Like, damn.
I think if you're a scammer, you're automatically a liar, Andre. But we get the point. Plus, Armando questions Tim's sexuality and relationship with Kenny.
I want to ask a question to Tim.
Oh, God.
I know on text you call Kenny daddy. Are you sure nothing has gone down in New York when you're there with him?
Oh, my God.
Hey 90 Day Fans fam, it's Melicia. All right, it's time to dig into part 2 of the tell-all. Before we get into Yohan saying,
The hell with it.
when it comes to some of our opinions, let's get into Kenny and Armando, who revealed they had a setback in their surrogacy process.
We picked an egg donor, and she went through the whole process. And the day she's supposed to come in, she ghosted the clinic.
Oh, wow.
And never showed up, never did anything. So we had to go through the whole process again.
Luckily, they didn't give up, and now they have some great news to share.
But I'm happy to say that we have 7 embryos now.
Oh, wow.
Congratulations.
And
For those of you who are unaware, an embryo is the initial stage of development of a baby.
has the clinic asked you how many eggs or embryos that you want to try and transfer?
Let me tell you something, Sean. We are in a debate on this. He wants to implant 2. I want 1. I had triplets. I know it can happen. That's how I had triplets.
Oh, wow.
And we have to decide in the next 15 days.
So what are you going to do?
That's TBD. So, who knows? Kenny and Armando could be having a baby or babies. All right, switching gears to a lighthearted moment that also brings some clarity.
I want to ask a question to Tim.
While discussing Kenny and Tim's close relationship, Armando raises a question.
Oh, God.
I know on text you call Kenny daddy. Are you sure nothing has gone down in New York when you're there with him?
It's like Armando is asking somewhat as a joke, but he's also serious.
What?
We're friends, and he'll like message or say, "Hey, Daddy, what's up?"
Yeah.
And he knows it's all in fun because, you know, he gets crap online about his orientation, and he's not. But he is comfortable in his own skin to play around like that and stuff. So he'll just say it in a joking way, and he knows it. He's not bothered by it either.
Well,
Right. If he wasn't bothered, he wouldn't have brought it up.
I mean, he has been in my room quite a lot.
Some people think it, but no, we're just like we're tight. We just get along. We have a good time. With us, it just banged. That's in the wrong word. That just shows that people of different orientation that can just goof around and be friends, and there's no hang-ups like that or anything like that.
I goof around, but I trust him. So what he's told me is what it is, and you know, it's all in fun, it's fine.
That's such a wonderful feeling. To be in a relationship where you might question something or be bothered by something, but at the end of the day, you can always lean on the fact that you trust your partner. It's beautiful. All right, moving on to Danielle and Johan. An example of what a relationship can look like when the trust is completely broken. Danielle is still living in the Dominican Republic, even though she found out Yohan has been dating multiple women. One of them in particular, he has allegedly been in a relationship with for 2 years, since a month before their wedding, and it was also a sexual relationship.
So when was the last time you two saw each other in person?
Hace como 2 semanas.
Oh.
Okay. How did that go?
Surprisingly, fine. We had dinner with his family.
Wait, you had dinner with his family?
Wow.
In the house that he lives in? Okay. Even though you were separated?
Yep.
That makes you wonder, Has she really let this man go yet? My next question would have been, when is the last time you two were intimate with each other? I know, it's a bit invasive, but sometimes when it's good, it makes you stay around much longer than you should. I'm just trying to make it make sense, because there is no way I would be breaking bread or kikiing with a man who has obviously been scamming me and cheating with multiple women. What is she holding on to? I get that it can be tough to let long-term relationships go, but his actions should be all the motivation she needs.
He's lied and cheated and everything. Like, he doesn't deserve your time nor friendship. So why?
I value his mother, his sisters. They're really good people, and they deal with a lot of terrible men. Like,
You can still have one with
Yeah.
them. He just doesn't need to be.
you're right.
I hear Danielle, but I would be surprised if Yohan's mom and sister didn't know what Yohan was up to or his true intentions with Danielle. They might not have known everything, but I'm sure they had a clue. So they wouldn't necessarily be on my good side either. A few episodes ago, she said one of the women he allegedly cheated with met some of Yohan's family.
She met his father and his nephew and gave them money.
Fast forward, Yohan goes on to say that when he and Danielle broke up, they made an agreement that they don't have to be enemies and they can get along, share a meal, and relax without any problems.
It sounds so crazy, but I do it because his family is important to me, because I want to make sure that he's okay and he has what he needs.
I can kind of relate to Danielle here. There have been times where someone has hurt or betrayed me, and I still found myself more concerned about their feelings and well-being over mine. I think Danielle wanting to make sure Yohan is okay and has what he needs speaks to her emotional capacity. But I also think she's doing him a disservice and babying him by not allowing him to experience the full repercussions that come with treating people as if they're not human and only objects to get you what you want or to take you where you want to go. I can appreciate that it appears as if she's attempting to lead with love, but you can do that from a distance. Let him go, girl. He doesn't need you. He was surviving before you entered his life 2 years ago.
Me casé con una americana, entonces para quedarme aquí, para no tener nada, eso es como un cuento de terror.
They start to play back clips of Yohan complaining about Danielle not giving him things and taking care of him financially.
Okay, so tú piensas tú necesitas vivir aquí y tú no pagas nada.
Claro que sí.
I want to point out this comment quickly. Shay Marie says, why are we forgetting Danielle asked him to quit his good-paying job because she was jealous he'd meet someone else? So why the hell would she be asking him for money? I understand Yohan's irritation. She got what she wanted, so she should deal with the consequences. Speaking of that, Danielle explains why she continued to deal with what Shay calls, quote, the consequences.
One of the reasons why I put up with all the that he did was because our day-to-day was so positive. Like, we got up, we went to the beach in the morning, we traveled every other weekend. Like, the majority of our life was really beautiful, as long as I was funding it. So to see, like, all of these sides of him, it's upsetting to me because he doesn't have to be that way.
Danielle goes on to say that all he cares about is money. And now he lives with his parents and has nothing. She then goes on to dish about all the receipts she has about the multiple women he's been talking to while married to her, including evidence that he's sent nudes.
You know, she gave me a play-by-play of their entire relationship and described every single detail. Every time she saw him, sent me pictures that he sent her. One of them was a picture of his on Christmas Eve while I was handing out gifts to his family in his neighborhood.
Talk about a dirty Santa.
I went through his computer and I found evidence of other women that he's been in relationships with, that he spent the night with. There are at least 6 different women that I know have had an inappropriate relationship with my husband. Women that he's either reached out to and asked for money, that he's had video conversations with, that he's made plans to meet up with. And he sat here and bitched all year that he was broke. Meanwhile, he's been getting money from multiple bitches. No. I want nothing to do with this man ever again.
Yet she's having dinner with him and his family? Come on, Danielle. Bunbur says, let's not pretend that Danielle didn't lead Yohan to believe he was going to the States or having a baby. Bunbur adds, Danielle got her karma.
How many women, since you two have been together, do you think Yohan has physically hooked up with?
So I don't keep count. I could use help from Sarper. I don't keep count. I have a lot of screenshots, but probably close to like 50 or 60.
What?
He's slept with them?
I don't know.
Okay, girl, you gotta clarify because the question was, how many has he physically hooked up with?
I don't know who he slept with and who he hasn't. I know that there are ones that I've confirmed that he's met in person, one of them being one of my clients.
Oh, hell no.
Multiple women that he's reached out, come see me. I want to see you. I love you. Like, he has multiple, even now, because he doesn't realize this, but I can see every message and everywhere in his life. He has multiple women that he's in a relationship with now that think that they're the only one.
Apparently, she has his passwords.
Yohan, did you send a picture of your private parts to another woman?
Sí he mandado fotos de mi pene,
But.
pero no estando en esa relación.
Are you serious? I have images of the messages that he sent to these women, and that's not true. It's just not true. There's evidence that that is not the case.
Of course, Yohan denies all the cheating and scamming allegations, and then calls Danielle out for putting him on this sanky-panky Facebook page, where women put photos of the men they are dating in the Dominican Republic to see if they are getting scammed.
Mira cómo me tiene en las redes, difamado.
Yeah, she could have found a better picture of him. And dang, he's recruiting women from Europe and Argentina? If all of this is true, all of that energy Yohan is using to recruit, lie, ask for money, send nudes, he can be using to build something substantial for himself. Not saying it's going to be easy, but clearly the easy route he's been taking by seemingly trying to scam people doesn't last. And once again, Europe, Argentina, and Canada, obviously this man has some international business skills that he is applying the wrong way. He can connect with a variety of people. He just needs to get out of the business of trying to scam them. I've learned when you move with integrity, you will always be taken care of. Even if it appears as if you're not winning in the moment, in the end, you will always come out on top. What does Robert Greene say? The fools in life want things fast and easy. Money, success, attention. All right, back to the show.
So, my opinion, this is past cheating. This is scamming.
Yeah, no, it's scamming,
like,
it's cheating, it's all of that.
She's like, wait, we're married, so it is cheating. Let's be clear.
He's not only a scammer, but he's a liar also. Like, damn.
The cast starts to share how they feel about the situation, and Armando admits he's been on Yohan's side this entire time because he feels like Danielle emasculates him. Similar thoughts that many of you have.
Que a una cierta forma la utilizaste.
But now, Armando says he feels like Yohan used Danielle. That's when Yohan goes off.
Yo sé la de pareja que tú hiciste, entonces el que quiera opinar, hacer su cosa, no me importa a mí. Pueden opinar lo que sea. El que dijo que Daniel, te doy mi apoyo, ese se puede ir para el diablo.
Yohan, actuando de esta manera, estás probando nuestro punto de quién eres.
Me importa lo que piensa el grupo de gente ahí. Me importa una. Yo sé quién yo soy. Para el diablo después de ir.
I don't think either of them were perfect in this relationship. But obviously, as you can see based off the recap, I think Yohan's sole intention for marrying Danielle was to use her to get what he wanted. Meanwhile, she thought it was love, which I think he's just completely wrong for that. I'm curious to hear your thoughts though, especially the people who have been Team Yohan this season. All right, next week on part 3 of the tell-all, we meet one of Yohan's women, and he looks shooken.
Just be honest. Just for once in your life, just tell the truth.
Manipuladora.
There have been a lot of women that Yohan has spoken with, and we have one of them with us today.
Ooh, this is about to get real good. All right, 90 Day Fans fam. Make sure you stick with ET because we are covering it all. I will see you next time.